Welcome to Day 4 of Western Civilization. Today's topic is going to discuss the rise of the Franks, a Germanic people that came onto the scene following the collapse of the Western Roman Empire. The notable occasions that we'll discuss today, it's not mentioned here, but it's going to include Central and Western Europe. Notable people are Charles Martel and his grandson, Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great. So in 476 CE, a Germanic general by the name of Odoacer disposed the last Western Roman Empire. And what was interesting about this is that he didn't take a title or appoint a replacement. They came, they took, and they left. What this does, in absence or in the vacuum of where the Western Roman Empire existed, you see the emergence of a series of Germanic kingdoms. And what's interesting is as they come onto the scene, they absorb a lot of the cultural tenets that were associated with the Roman Empire previously. You see a lot of conversions to Christianity and the adoption of some Roman law as well. Now, among these Germanic tribes, the Franks were arguably the most successful and influential in the region. Now, in the 8th century, a clan of Carolingians extended Frankish power. Now, the dynasty gets its name from a guy by the name of Charles Martel. Charles Martel has a sweet nickname. He's called the Hammer. Okay, and he gets this nickname because he is extremely gifted in military might. And at the Battle of Tours in 732 CE, Muslim armies moved northward into Western and Central Europe, and Charles Martel defeated them. Enough so that the Muslim armies decided that it wasn't really in their best interest to advance any further. Now, the Frankish realm reached its high point under Charles Martel's grandson, a guy by the name of Charlemagne. Now, Charlemagne largely inherited the Frankish realm, but he was able to expand the boundaries, and so at its height, or the pinnacle of this empire, we have Central and Western Europe that are under control of this Frankish Empire. Looking at this map, you can see kind of the advancement of Frankish territory. So here we start initially in what is today Central Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, so on and so forth. And as we can see, as different leaders here advance Frankish territory, the overall empire is growing. Charlemagne, our friend here, he's the one that advances the empire arguably to its greatest extent, all right, into the Iberian Peninsula, into Italy, all right, and into Eastern Europe as well, and northern Germany today as well. Now in 800 CE, Charlemagne accepts the title of the Holy Roman Emperor. Now this does not signify the start of the Holy Roman Empire. That'll come later after the fall of this Frankish kingdom. Now Charlemagne is going to reign from 768 to 814 CE, and he's going to be a good ruler, very beneficial and gifted and talented at uniting a lot of these various Germanic tribes together. Now, following Charlemagne's death, his only surviving son was Louis the Pious. And essentially what happened is he lost control of a lot of regional authorities, and so in 843 the kingdom was divided into 3 equal portions, and descendants of Charlemagne ruled as sovereign kings of these territories. Okay, so what this does is it takes this united Frankish empire and divides it up and weakens it from outside invasion. Here's the height of the Carolingian Empire, and again we can see the empire in all, including Charlemagne's contributions. It's going to basically take on all of West and Central Europe today. And then following the evolution of this empire, we can see the empire divided into 3 equal portions. Now this empire was kind of doomed before it started, in the sense that it had no navy, and there was really no means to protect certain specific vulnerable sites, and it was target and subject to a lot of outside invasions. Now if you take a look at this map, and feel free to pause this at any time, but you can see after the de-evolution here of the Carolingian Empire, we see a lot of invasions here from the Vikings in the north that come down and raid all of the northern and western portions of the empire, but also they're subject to southern invasions from Muslims, alright, eastern invasions as well. So overall, this was a period where a lot of the authority falls apart. Now, after the dissolution of the Carolingian Empire, Western Europe becomes a society of competing regional states. And a lot of these regional states are going to become the modern monarchies that modern Europe is based off today. Now, in the wake of the Carolingian collapse, Otto of Saxony was politically aggressive. Just like when any empire or great power falls, there's always a vacuum, and it provides an opportunity for people to step up. Okay, and he took his opportunity. Now, Otto, also known as Otto I, ventured into Italy to protect the church, and the Pope was very, very thankful for this gesture. That in 962, Otto I received the title of the Holy Roman Emperor, and thus begins the Holy Roman Empire. Or if you're familiar with history, this is the First Reich of the three Reichs that Adolf Hitler discussed. I found it interesting that Voltaire made the comment, we'll talk about Voltaire when we get to Enlightenment thinkers, makes the comment that the Holy Roman Empire was neither holy, nor Roman, nor an empire. So as we take a look at the Holy Roman Empire, you can see that it is very, very complex. There is a lot of territories, principalities, kingdoms, and so on and so forth that are grouped together here, and they're loosely connected to what will become the modern state of Germany. So that concludes our discussion on the empire of the Frankish kingdoms. We're going to look, as we start to transition into medieval society, what happens to a lot of the other regional powers that have advanced up to the scene. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow as we discuss medieval society.